Hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas holiday. I know we did. Enjoy Christmas, man. Christmas is it's just awesome. Good time for family and friends to get together, have a good time, hang out, stuff like that, and it's just great. Love it. And Happy New Year to everybody. Happy 2025. I hope everybody pursues all of their goals that they got set for 2025. I know I got some goals set myself, and I definitely am going to achieve them. I'm going to do all I can to achieve them. So I wish everybody luck on achieving goals that you set for 2025. And don't give up. Keep pushing, whatever it is. Just go at it 100%. Keep working. Nothing's easy. Nothing's going to come easy. We got to work for everything that we want. So good luck to everybody, and I hope everybody pursues all the goals that they have set for 2025. So just wanted to basically come at y'all today with this video, and wanted to shed a little bit of knowledge on some axles that come in my various Escorts, some of the ones I deal with and stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted to basically shed some knowledge on that. And here we go. So, we're going to start with Mr. 24 spline. Now, when you say 24 spline, or if you say 26 spline, or if you say 28, right? That is going to be the transmission end of the axle. So that's going to be the inner shaft on the axle, not the outer. Always remember, it's going to be the inner. Now, all of your outers on all these axles, right? All of these axles, the outer shaft spline count is 26. So, an Escort anywhere from 91 through 2003 is going to have a 26 spline hub. So all these axles will fit in the hub. So when we have different axle spline counts, it's going to be on the inner where it goes in the transmission. So keep that in mind. It's going to be on the ends, on the axle ends. That right there. It's a little different because that goes on an actual intermediate shaft, but we'll get into that. So let's start here. All right, so 24 spline axle. Now, 24 spline axle you're going to find in most of your Escorts from 91 through 96, and it's going to have a 1.9 SCFI engine in it, with a F-Series transmission or a 4EAT-F transmission. Now, the 4EAT-F transmission is an automatic, and then the F-Series transmission is a manual. So, on the 1.9 liter, it came with 24 spline axles, whether if it was a manual or an automatic. I guess they felt like 88 horsepower wasn't enough to run any bigger than a 24 spline. So, it is what it is. But yeah, so this is going to be, this 24 spline axle is going to be found in an Escort LX from 91 through 96, and it's going to be a manual or an automatic. So it's going to have an F-Series transmission as a manual, or a 4EAT-F for an automatic, and this is the axle that's going to be in that 24 spline. All right, so next here we have a 26 spline axle out of an Escort. This axle is going to go from 91 through 96, and it's going to be an Escort GT with a manual G-Series transmission. So a lot of your G-Series transmissions in the Escort platform are going to have a 26 spline axle, unless somebody's changed the differential. So 91 through 96 Escort GT is going to have this 26 spline axles with a G-Series manual transmission. 97 through 2000 Escort LX with a 2.0 SPI is going to have this 26 spline axle in a manual transmission. It also comes with a G-Series transmission. 1998 through 2003, the Ford Escort ZX2 with the manual transmission also has a G-Series transmission, so this 26 spline axle will also be in that one as well. So just want to, let you guys know that, this is going to be for a F-Series transmission. This is going to be for G-Series. And again, 26 spline is going to be your most common spline count on any G-Series trans. So like I said, unless somebody changes the differential. So, and again, I'll go over it again. Just remember that these different different spline counts are going to be on the trans side. So third, we have a 28 spline. Now this is going to differ a little bit, right? So this axle doesn't come in an Escort, but it will work in an Escort. This axle is actually from a 1995 through 97 Kia Sophia with the 1.8 BPO5, and it also came with a G-Series transmission. But that G-Series transmission had a 28 spline differential and not a 26. So, and the Kia Sophia drivetrain is actually an upgrade for the Escort GT. Isn't that wild? So if you have an Escort GT from 91 through 96 and you want to upgrade your drivetrain, find you a 97, I'm sorry, I said that backwards. Find you a 95 through 97 Kia Sophia with a 1.8 BPO5 with the G Series transmission. It's going to have 28 spline. It's going to have 28 spline axles in it, and also, it's going to also have a 28 spline intermediate shaft. So this is a Kia Sophia intermediate shaft at a 28, and of course this is a Escort GT 26 spline intermediate shaft, and these are interchangeable. The bolt pattern is the same where it bolts to the block, and because the Kia Sophia has the same engine as the Escort GT does, 95 to 97 Kia Sophia, I believe it's I can't remember if it's what model that was. It's either a SE or LX. I can't remember which one the Kia Sophia. The 95 to 97 Kia Sophia had the 1.8 BPO5 with the G Series transmission. But 96, 91 through, I keep saying the daggone years backwards. 91 through 96 Escort GT comes with a 26 spline intermediate, and 95 through 97 Kia Sophia with the 1.8 BPO5 comes with the 28 intermediate shaft. So if you have an Escort GT from 91 through 96 and you want to do a drivetrain upgrade, make sure if you're pulling the transmission out of a 95 to 97 Kia Sophia, make sure you get this intermediate shaft to go with it, because this is a 28, and of course your 26 is not going to work with the Kia Trans. Only the 28 will work with the Kia Trans, unless somebody goes in the transmission, disassembles it, and puts the 26 spline differential back in the Kia Trans. But what's the point of that? When you can just, everything will bolt right up, and you'll have a 28 spline axle rather than a 26. So yeah. So that covers those. So I'm gonna move to the passenger side axle that actually comes in a 97 through 2000 Escort LX, which this is also a 26 spline, and this is a long boy. There's no intermediate shaft on this car, and that's why the axle is so long. This axle here is going to be an axle for either an automatic Escort GT from 91 through 96, or a manual Escort GT from 91 through 96. And this will work on a G Series transmission, and it'll work on a 4EAT-F, which is the same automatic that's in a 91 through 96 Escort LX. But of course the bell housings are different. Bell housings are different, but the transmission is the same. So you can't use the 1.9 transmission on the 1.8. So, but all the internals and stuff like that will work. Don't ask me how I know. But yeah, so just wanted to run through that with you guys, man, and show you the different size axles that come in the Escorts, anywhere from 91 through 2003. And there's your intermediate shafts. But this is not an this is not an Escort intermediate shaft. This is not an Escort axle shaft. These are Kia Sophia intermediate shaft and axle shaft, but those are upgrades for an Escort GT. So if you want to upgrade your drivetrain in an Escort GT, all you have to do is find you a 95 through 97 Kia Sophia, pull the transmission with the intermediate shaft, and if the axles are in good shape, grab them too. If not, you can get them at any parts store. You can get the axles new at any parts store. And for the upgrade on a 24 spline setup on a 91 through 96 Escort LX, if you want to do an upgrade on this to 26, all you have to do is find a 97 through 2000 Escort LX with a manual G series transmission, and that transmission bolts up to the 1.9 block. You have to use the long 26 spline axle here, and of course the 26 spline axle from the driver's side. The 1.9 axle is the same exact length as this 2-liter axle. So, but the difference is, of course, the 2.0 axle shaft is a 26 spline, and the 1.9 axle shaft is a 24. So it's cool, man, because you can upgrade your 1.9 if you say, let's say you do like a turbocharged, 1.9 or something like that, something that's making low power, and you want to upgrade your drivetrain. You can just go from your 91. You can just go to the 97 to 2000 Escort LX with the 5-speed manual G series transmission, and that bolts up to the block. I think it bolts up. 2 bolts at the bottom don't work, but the rest of the bolts will work. And you can bolt that right on. Now, I will say, when you're doing a change from the 1.9 SEFI engine to the 2.0 SPI, you do have to use the clutch and flywheel from the 2.0 SPI. It will bolt on to the back of the crankshaft on a 1.9. But you do have to use that particular, you have to use the 2.0 SPI flywheel and clutch assembly so it all works together. You can't use a 2.0 trans with the 1.9 setup. That ain't going to work. Kind of defeating the purpose too, because it's a bigger clutch. There's more aftermarket out there for the 2.0 clutch, for the 2.0 SPI clutch. It's more aftermarket out there for that clutch than it is, of course, a 1.9. A 1.9 has got like a 7 1/4 inch clutch, something like that. It's a small clutch, and I think Clutch Masters was the only one that made one for it. I don't even know if they still make that thing for the 1.9 anymore. But yeah, man. So all these 2 intermediate shafts and all these axles and stuff, man, all this stuff is interchangeable. Sorry, y'all, I got a little congestion going on. So all these axles are interchangeable to whatever Escort you want to run them in. But also, not only that, you can upgrade from 24 to 26, from 26 to 28. So I run 28s right now in Donatello with a Torsen LSD from a BJ Mazda Protege 2003 Mazda Speed Protege. Absolutely love it, man. What a heck of a difference. What a heck of a difference, man. Serious difference. So if you guys can get your hands on one, those are hard to find too. These are also hard to find. These 28 spline intermediate shafts for the Kia Sophia 95 through 97 are very hard to get your hands on. And the 2003 Mazda Speed Protege Torsen LSD is also hard to get your hands on. So very, very hard. Get your hands on those parts. So, but I just wanted to shed some light on this real quick, guys, and just, you know, give everybody some knowledge on these Escort axles and, you know, what they, you know, what years they fit, what models they fit, what's interchangeable with what, you know, upgrading from, like I say, from 24 to 26 or 26 to 28 or, you know, whatever you want to do. I've actually made the upgrade swap to my 1.9 turbo car. At my 1.9 Escort turbo car, I went from, of course, the 24 to a 26 spline transmission with the axles, and it made a world of difference. I used upgraded the clutch. I went with a Clutch Masters clutch and love it. Absolutely love it. I gotta get that car put back together, as a matter of fact. That's the plan for this year. That's one of my 2025 resolutions, to get that car running this year, so I can race it again. But yeah, so I just wanted to basically share some quick knowledge on that. Anybody's got any questions, just feel free to hit me up, man. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Let me know if you got any questions. If you feel like I left something out, let me know. I'll try to see if I can cover it. Yeah, you guys got any questions, just feel free to hit me up, man. Again, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I'll be glad to help anybody that I can. I'm always willing to help anybody and everybody. So yeah. So guys, hit me up. You got any questions on these drive axles here? And that's going to conclude this video. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their Wednesday, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.